No more of that speak.
No
Alright.
more
Eh,
trusty
but
buffet.
We should probably have a door. Just a thought. Your cough is so dainty and petite.
mine?
Yeah.
Because I'm dying.
We're all dying, Garrett. You're not special.
Do you like my lantern?
It's very illuminating. Wow,
Just
look
like
at
you
this
do.
beautiful view of grass.
I love it so much. Mm.
But are you a special kind of white guy?
It reminds me of home.
Home?
It reminds me of home.
What does home remind you of?
No, remember like the oh, what is it?
Home reminds me of
Pretty
the place
Patty.
where they raise themselves.
Remember the Pretty Patty episode where the guy is like he gets like a like plaid patty? And then he's like, it reminds me of home, and then he lifts up his kilt.
He just lifts up his kilt?
Yeah, and
Just
he has like
shows his
plaid
butt.
underwear on.
Oh. I do
It
not
reminds me
remember
of
that, but
home.
it reminds me of home.
It reminds me of home.
You remind me of home.
Oh, I'll leave them because that's just bad memories.
Raindrop. Drop top.
Flip flop, crop top.
I'm
The
making
kitchen's
us a beautiful thing again.
so pretty.
I'm a special kind of white guy.
Oh,
Oh.
can I be
Can you be what?
a special kind of white guy?
What are your qualifications?
I'm special. I'm a guy.
Are you sure?
No,
Oh.
hang on. Let me check. Nope.
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 I'm more confused now.
I wasn't there.
Jungle Boogie. Break it down. Jungle
Are you
Boogie.
able to log in?
What?
Are you able to log into the new YouTube account?
Yes, gosh.
Holy shit.
Gosh.
Tina, eat. Eat the freaking food. Tina.
Tina. Tina. I love Napoleon Dynamite.
Me too.
Oh man. I was thinking of Bob's Burgers on my walk home.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great.
What about it?
How much I relate to Tina.
Mood.
Okay, listen.
I'm
Tina is a
listening.
full mood. Tina is a full mood.
A full mood, not just half.
No, she's more like a waning crescent mood.
A waning
Half,
crescent mood.
half mood.
Yeah.
Half mood.
She's a new mood.
New mood, new mood, new mood. You saw me standing alone.
I'm just sitting here watching you build a kitchen while I'm eating ice cream out of the carton.
That's a mood. I have green tea
Okay.
ice cream. Oh my god.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It is, actually.
What flavor is it?
Green tea.
Oh
Damn,
my
I'm great.
Slab. I goofed that. No!
Oh, joy.
Yay!
What the hell? You don't get to just leave and come back whenever you want. Like,
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
like you own the place.
Did
Oh.
you? Oh.
Did I what?
I was about to leave, Erica, and you just slammed the door in my face.
I'm good for that.
Eve needs help.
Help?
I go protect Eve.
Protect. Attack.
I protect.
I'm stealing some of your iron.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, we have enough string to make a. I killed a Zambo.
Candles.
Oh, wait. So here in a bit, like when it turns day, do you guys want to go adventuring?
No!
Oh.
Brickle.
Oh.
I apparently can't type. What is
Give me
typing?
a clever name.
I do not have. Apparently, I have a dainty cough, but I do not have a dainty burp.
How do you know?
Do you know that noise I just made?
No.
The kind of noise.
Sure.
My mommy says I'm special.
You are special. Here's.
That noise. That noise I just did.
Yeah.
That's how I burp sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah. Like sometimes it'll be normal, sometimes it'll just be like that.
Sometimes it's stinky.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
How big is this? Oh!
Hey.
It's a big stinky.
Turn me into that. You think I'm stinky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to shower. Sometimes.
Well, you failed!
You're gonna make me cry tears of sadness.
Good.
What should we put in these boopses?
I don't know. Something cute.
That. Is that cute?
Incredibly.
Oh wait, no, I have something cute.
Bamboo!
There, see?
That is cute. Bamboo.
He is a real cootie patootie.
Kyote patode.
I like how that makes a complete suction cup noise. I'm trying to think, but it's not working for me.
Good luck, pal.
Good luck, buddy.
Here's a
Wait.
jukebox.
Who are we wishing good luck to?
You.
Wow.
Raindrop.
Fucking good luck.
Raindrop.
Oh, there's a creeper.
Drop top.
Top. Tube top.
Tube top?
Tube top.
And then...
Oh, man. Oh, well.
Then I need more.
This looks like a fine eatery. But wait, we need to have a spot for Eve, Marty, and Tristan so we can eat like a family.
What is family?
Us. I feel
But I can't put fancy things on that. They'll be fine. They don't need food.
yeah, they don't need food. I'm
I
gonna
don't.
put a song into the jukebox.
Are you now?
I am. Is that the okay?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'll just go away then.
Fine.
Well, I can't hear you. I'm already gone. Calligraphy. Oh, cartography table. Grindstone. Oh yeah, it would be in the miscellaneous.
I thought that was cheese, and I got really excited. I was like, oh my god, there's cheese in Minecraft?
I would love that. Okay, this one's my favorite song in Minecraft.
I too like depressing music.
I too like funeral marches. But just like listen how good that is.
That is not good. Okay, hold on. No! Bond with me, Jimmy.
The pizza is aggressive.
The pizza is aggressive.
Bond.
Is that oak or spruce? I think it's spruce.
You're spruce.
Maybe. Maybe I am.
Well,
Alright, we have a beautiful kitchen now.
It's a kitchen. Can I jump on the counters? Wait,
Yes.
Let me be that one cool. Let me be that cool kid that sits on the counters and talks to everyone. Because I am that cool kid.
That's oddly specific, Garrett. Were
I do
you
it all
that
the
kid?
time. I am that kid because that's how to be cool.
How to
And I
be
was
cool.
I didn't
All right.
have much. Let me have this.
What a beautiful kitchen I've made.
Oh, don't come looking down yet.
Why?
I might have accidentally just destroyed your door.
Oh, love that.
Yeah. And do you still need door?
Doors aren't important, Jimmy.
No, dirt.
Oh, no. I'm in creative.
Oh yeah. Jimbo.
I'm beautifying. I kind of want to make another house for the villagers. We're gonna make like an apartment building.
Wait, do we have villagers?
No, we can get them though.
That's dope.
But
Wait, how
first,
do we-
I'm fixing our pig environment, well, animal in general environment.
Our zoo.
Because, we need to expand.
You shall not bond with me, Jimmy.
Who is Jimmy?
And why are we bonding?
Who is your daddy and who does he work for?
Who's your work for and who is your and who do they daddy?
Who daddy?
Daddy.
Who daddy?
Oh, Daddy!
Alright.
Oh, thank you. I just needed the fridge right here. Another one. Cool. Hey.
We're expanding, Jimmy.
Expand with me, Jimmy. Thanks, I hate it. Expand with me, Jimmy.
Expand dong. I need monster condoms for my magnum dong.
Expand Jimmy.
Expand, Jimmy.
Redistribute the wealth, Jimmy. Capitalism is evil, Jimmy.
You're the only one, Jimmy.
Jimbo. Germbles.
Germballs. Listen here, Germball Jimmy.
Jimmy's mom.
Jimmy's mom has got it going on. She's all that I want, and I wait for so long. Jimmy, can't you see that you're not the girl for me? I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Jimmy's mom.
Jimmy's mom has got it. I'm just gonna connect them. Cause this is.
Jimmy's mom has got it going on. She's all that I want, and I've waited for so long.
Judy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Judy.
Jimmy, why can't you see that you're not the girl for me?
Jimbo.
Jimbotron.
Jorbles. Jorbles Mc.
Ultra Lord.
Yeah.
Gerbils make Ultra Lord.
I know it might be wrong, but
I'm in love with Jimmy's mom.
why are you
Sorry.
laughing, Eve?
Oh.
What are you doing?
That's sidetrack doing the right again.
Are you doing drugs?
Oh! You showed him, or you showed her. Sorry.
No! No! They're escaping!
What are?
Our sheep. One of them has escaped.
How? Well, it's good to spawn there.
It's fine.
There could be no survivors.
Kill them.
Kill them. They have
Alright.
seen too much.
Now it's time to make a villager apartment complex. And then charge exorbitant amounts for rent.
Yay! Capitalism!
Yay!
Yay!
America saves the day again.
America!
Fuck yeah.
That motherfucking day, yeah!
Hey Eve, are you on break? Is that a yes?
That's what I'm thinking. What do I want to throw away? I want these lamb chops, but I have nowhere to put them.
In your butt. Put them in the barrel. That's
I
where
don't have
I'm
them.
putting
But
animal
it's
products.
Where'd they go? I guess I don't have lamb chops.
I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with your mom.
Oh.
Garrett's mom has got it going on.
Imagine me, but small and a little angry lady. Who's not really angry, she just hates people just as much as I do.
So not at all?
Fair. No, I hate people.
I also hate people. Ow,
mean-
I'm having a fucking stroke.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were being serious for a minute. I was like, shit, bro.
I feel like
Wow.
if I was having
I'm
a
having a-
stroke, I wouldn't be talking right now.
I'm having
Want
a
me to drive you
stroke
to the
and I don't even
hospital?
know how to identify it.
What?
I said I'm having a stroke and immediately know how to identify that is in fact a stroke.
My face is floppy. Ew.
My
My dick is brilliant. My dick is pure. I saw an angel. For that I'm sure. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
when
And
I saw your face in a crowded place.
and I don't know what to do. 'Cause I'll never be with you. Bow, 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 bow.
Oh man, that's such a good song. What song was that I got reminded of the other day that was really good?
Mom's a good song.
Oh.
Wait, I don't want that for flooring.
I don't want you for flooring.
I don't want your mom.
I'm gonna floor you.
Why are you so rude, Garrett?
I don't know. I just want my croissant.
Oh, that sounds good. Costco croissants sound really good.
You know it sounds really good?
Anal.
Your face. True.
Croissant.
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 You know it sounds really good?
Taco Bell.
Ooh, you're really good.
Garrett!
What?
They released Avocado Ranch for purchasing at retailers.
Oh.
I know, so I picked some up.
Did you?
I did.
Hell yes.
Ugh.
I need to look for this now. Have you tried it yet?
I have not. But I'm tempted to like make a bowl or something so I can eat some.
I'm tempted to just come into your house and just squeezing it under my fingertip and eating it that way.
Ugh, well, you're gonna be. Can you bring me something?
Sure.
Hungry Hippie garlic sauce.
Alright, will do.
My parents didn't bring me any. I was very upset.
You'll have to remind me, because
Are
I'll
you
probably
going
forget.
there next weekend?
I'm not sure if I don't know if I want to go this weekend or not. I'm debating. If I do go, I might just go hang out with Garrett.
I'm gonna
I
be
would-
in Bay City.
Fuck, you're right. Oh my god. That sucks.
Just hang out with me for a day at Bay City.
No, because I gotta go see my family. And I don't want to see my family.
I wish I could be there.
Me too.
Well, I'll see you guys soon enough, though. See?
I kind of like blocked my cousin and ghosted her, and I haven't talked to her since. So I'm not looking forward to that awkward interaction.
Who's your cousin?
My cousin Lauren.
I thought you were gonna say me. I was like, what cousin?
What? You're not my cousin.
I don't know. I'm a little HIH.
HIH?
HIGH.
Ah. He's like, Garrett, we're not even related.
Like, none of my family lives in Alpena. All of my family lives in Detroit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, if you
But
did end up going to Wayne State, then you'd have family down here. That's cool.
yeah,
I have
but
no one down here.
you have me. Well, I have no family there, but
No.
because I think I did decide that I'm just gonna go to Northern, just because I'm not even gonna be going for that long either.
Oh yeah.
Like I only probably have like maybe a couple semesters left of like university after I'm done with like ACC.
Sweet.
Yeah, like I'm pretty much on the cusp of graduating.
Why Northern? Out of
Cause they
curiosity.
have, cause they have a really good forensic anthropology program,
Oh, okay.
like best in the state. Cause they have a body farm up there,
Oh.
which is like, oh, I want to work at a body farm so badly. I think they're, I think they're flipping, fucking great,
Flippin' fucking great.
flipping fucking great.
Do you know
As
people
much
up
as
there?
no,
Yeah.
no, I don't think about it, but
I thought maybe you had like people that you know that went there or something.
no. But that'd be cool though. Like I think I know people who've been there.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who like. I don't know anyone who lives there actually.
I thought Sean went to Northern.
Wales?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard. Like I haven't seen much of him in a Coon's age.
He oh man. I have a story, but I can't tell it on stream.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh god.
We now how do we fancify this house?
Hold on. Let me mute myself so I can tell this story.
Please do. Mhm. Like he thought that you were flirting with him when you actually weren't. Yeah. Oh, I do not. I'm assuming one of them's like furry porn. Oh, that is weird. Like I'm not kink shaming. Is that your kink? Is kink shaming your kink? Kink shaming is my kink.
In a way that kind of is like a thing though, cuz like degrading people like that.
Yeah. I don't like the whole degrading part because that's like typical scenario
Yeah.
of like expected, and I don't like that.
But yeah, so that was my interaction with him. I ghosted him after that cuz like he kept asking me like, "Are you going to do this? Are you going to do this?" da da da, and he wasn't like understanding.
Yeah, that's a really weird request and like also extremely sexist.
But also like that I didn't want to. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't getting the memo.
I see. He's just kind of like, no, she does. And then you're just kind of like, no, she doesn't.
No, no, she don't.
Oh, no,
Oh,
she don't.
God.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry that happened to you.
And then he also told me that he had a crush on one of the teachers.
Which one? If
Uh, in the art department.
Well,
was it Rose?
No. You haven't
I'm
met
assuming.
you haven't met her.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm assuming female because I don't think Sean's gay.
No, Sean is. Oh, I think he might be bi. No, no, no. I'm thinking of Drew.
Oh, Drew definitely is bi.
Yeah. I thought he was gay. No.
Everyone thought he was gay. You remember? Well, now she's Eliza Ireland, but Cheyenne.
Yeah. Weren't
She's just still a really good friend of mine, or a really good friend of mine.
weren't they dating?
Um, Eliza and Sean.
No, Drew.
Yeah, Drew and Eliza were dating. Sorry, my brain just blanked out for a minute. But no, Eliza and Drew were dating.
Yeah, then something like dramatic happened. I don't remember what.
I don't remember what it was either.
I think he just didn't want to like be with her and it spiraled from there.
I wonder if it was more of like a. I don't know. Like if he just like wasn't like emotionally ready for a relationship at that point.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Oh yeah. Like not everyone's gonna be ready at the same time, and that's perfectly fine.
Plus she has Preston now, so
Which I fucking love Preston.
I mean, I don't know anything about him, but he seems cool.
Oh, he was like he is a very 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 close friend of mine. Like him and I went to school together. We basically lived together. Well, we have lived together. And then when I was in Alpena, before leaving for like GB, like I don't know, he was helping me like get through a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's
I don't
good.
know. Like you and Eve, Preston, and Eliza are like some of the best people I've met in Alpena.
Yeah. I feel like why is does she still like to use the name Cheyenne or what's
No, there's actually a whole story behind it,
Oh, all right.
and like I don't know, cause I don't really know if like her like really telling the story much. But like if she tells you, like you'll understand why. Perfectly understand why.
Hold on. Let me mute.
Okay. It is. It's because you are muted, right? It's on my transcript. I wouldn't doubt if it did.
Yeah.
So like, I just have to like call like Northern to be like, "Yo, what up?
Right.
Do this transfer," and then she's just gonna be like, "You're dumb. Go away." I'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah, bitch.
That's how the entire conversation's gonna go, and I know it, 100%.
Just know it.
I just know it, just barely. That she's like, "You look like a Dumbo McBumbo," and then I'm like, "Okay."
Well, if you don't get accepted, at least you know there's like other options and stuff.
Oh
But
yeah,
what's their acceptance rate there?
it's like 2.0, which is
Diversity.
not bad. Like that's easy. Like I got into
Their
Granny
acceptance
College.
rate is 66%. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant GPA rate, and I was like,
Nah.
but I know their graduation rate's pretty low though. That's the only thing that's kind of concerning.
Yeah.
I think it's like 40% or something. I'm just really excited to get done with school and like never worry about it ever again.
Right.
Because all schools are sussy bakas.
It's true.
They are. Like, how much money they just steal from you. I'm just like, you sussy baka.
You're a sussy baka.
You're a sussy baka.
Alright, we have a bunch of stinky, ugly villagers now.
Dude, they're like stinky and ugly. And covered in dirt.
Covered in dirt.
They're covered in dirt.
I need a hoe.
You have me.
Or is it a shovel? It's a shovel.
I'm
Yeah.
also a shovel.
What just happened?
What?
Where did she go?
I don't know. I hope I didn't say anything to offend her.
Like, what?
I don't know. I get scared away. I
She
think
probably
everyone
got a
hates me.
call. She's working right now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
What does she do?
She does tech support for a big insurance company that I probably shouldn't say.
That's fine. You don't need to say it. That's dope, though.
Well, she actually just put in her 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, and is switching. She got a new job. Careful,
Where'd you work at?
creeper.
Oh, shit. Wait.
Are you in creative?
Oh, I'm in creative.
Okay, good.
The
The
word
new
creeper
place
will
is
fuck you
like,
into anyone.
huh?
I said the sound of, like, the name of creeper is gonna strike fear into the hearts of many.
Yes. But yeah, she got a new job. I guess it's doing tech support for this company that deals with trading cryptocurrency.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm proud of her.
me too. Because she
And they have
hates
a,
this job.
like this one that she's in right now.
Yeah, listen to this bullshit schedule. So she works for 2 days, only on weekends too. Thursday through, I think like today. What is today? Saturday? Sunday? No.
Today's Sunday.
Friday to Saturday she works 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then the day after, Sunday, she works 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. through till Monday.
That sounds fucking gross.
Yes.
Like,
Very.
that does not sound fun at all.
I feel like it might be borderline illegal, but I'm not entirely sure what labor laws are regarding time in between shifts. So,
All I could think of is about how illegal the Alpina Taco Bell was.
Very. Do you remember when they made me go? Well, no, you weren't there when it happened, when I burned my hand. But
Yeah, 'cause I didn't see it. I'm glad I didn't, 'cause I didn't want to see you in pain.
it was bad. It was really bad.
I told my boss about that, or like, no, one of my coworkers about that at Alpina Furniture,
Mm,
and they were like, "What the actual fuck?"
yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, no, like our general manager would deliberately leave like 3 hours into her shift just to go get manicures with her daughter."
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, Patty would leave like 3 hours into her shift, not 3 hours before the end of her shift, 3 hours into her shift.
Oh my god.
And then she'd just leave to like go to the beach or like go hang out with her daughter. And I'm talking about Nikki. Like
Yeah.
she'd just go hang out with Nikki, not Jay. Nikki. And it's like,
No wonder she got fired.
I know. I'm glad she got fired.
But
She was
what
a sussy.
when it happened, I don't know if I ever told you the full story.
I
Do you
don't
just want to
know.
hear the full story?
I do.
Okay. So, what were those things called that we put the bags of food in?
I don't know, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
The
Reheater.
whatever it was, one of those.
Or like the warmer or whatever.
Yeah, I was putting meat into there because I was working a morning and it was a lunch rush, right? Or I
Yeah.
was preparing for a lunch rush. So I was
Yeah.
doing like morning prep, getting all the food ready, stuff like that.
Being a sussy vodka.
And I dropped one of the hinges to the lid that we cover, like, that we use to cover like chicken and rice and like that stuff.
Yeah.
I dropped one into the boiling water. And
Fuck.
Monica showed me that if I ever dropped anything in one of them, I could use that glove that was used to clean the fryers to basically like take it
Take it
out.
out.
Right. So I
Yeah.
did that, and when I did that, the glove, like the water went over the top of it and filled the glove with boiling water.
That's what I remember.
Yeah. And like I was wearing a plastic glove too underneath, so that like fused to my skin. So,
Like, that right there, that just sounds really fucking painful.
yes, I don't know how I made it through that shift. I should have left. Like that was my
You
fault.
should've.
Like when she was like, "No, you have to stay and work this shift." I should have just been like, "Fuck you. No, I'm leaving. I'm going into the ER." Like, fuck you,
I'm
bitch.
gonna. Fuck.
But I didn't. And keep in mind, this was around 9 o'clock in the morning when it happened. Okay?
Yeah, so it's like at the very beginning of your shift.
Yes. Well, no, because I started my shift at 5 because I was doing prep work. But
Oh, yeah.
but still it was like, so that's when orders started really like kind of coming in and they were like, "Well, we're about to have a lunch rush, so you can't leave because we need this stuff like prepped basically." And Kim ended up yelling at me. She was like, "This is why we don't use that glove." And I was like, "But I was trained to use this."
Exactly. Like, was Monica like a manager at that point?
Yeah, she was.
So yeah, that technically counts as like training.
Right. So I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll stay." And then I asked them if they had like burn cream in the first aid kit, and they didn't have burn cream in a restaurant in a first aid kit.
Like, where there's like constant boiling water. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, they were like, "We don't have that, but we have this antiseptic, which isn't gonna help me. That's to
No.
like clean wounds and shit." So, like the whole time I'm like, dude, I cannot work these fryers because they were making me work the fryers and make chalupas and stuff.
And like your hand was burning, and so it's like your hand was more sensitive to the heat.
Yeah, it's getting worse because of that. um, so like they're like, fine, you can help Jay work drive through. So I'm literally just standing there trying to do like drive through stuff. I can't even focus on what people are saying because it hurts so bad. And every couple of minutes, I'm just like spraying more antiseptic. And so they're like, okay, well, you can take your 15-minute break, and Patty was like, here's my credit card. Just go across the street to Rite Aid and get yourself some burn cream. So I had to drive with my hand burnt and fucked up across the street on my own break and use my 15-minute break to buy
The ones
myself
that we
burn
almost never
cream.
get.
Huh?
The ones that we almost never get.
Right.
Cause like
Um,
I very rarely got like breaks.
right. Yeah, which is illegal.
Oh yeah.
Um, so of course I'm diabetic, so I have to eat. Like at this point, I hadn't eaten. It was like around. It was after the rush because they made me stay during lunch rush. So it was around like one p.m. at this point. So keep in mind
Yeah.
that whole time my hand is like getting worse, and I'm working with hot stuff, and like it's just, yeah, not a good time. So I go across the street and I drive to get myself burn cream, and the lady at the checkout is like, "Oh my god, your hand is literally bubbling right now. Like you need to let your manager let you go to the hospital cuz this is like what the hell?"
It's like that's literally second degree burns.
Right. So, so when I get back, I have literally 5 minutes to eat something, to make myself something and eat something, and put burn cream on and try to tend to my wounds. And so the rush is back, basically. And so they made me work through it again. And then I was like, dude, I can't. I need to go to the hospital. And she was like, why can't you just go to walk in? Why do you have to go to the hospital? And it's like, because my hand is burnt. Like, what do you
Like,
mean?
because my skin is literally boiling off of my bones?
Yeah,
Question mark?
yeah. So finally, I go to the hospital, and the doctor misdiagnoses me with the first degree burn. And over the next couple of days, my hand bubbles and bubbles and bubbles and gets worse. And I had like the next couple of days off. So basically, it's developing and getting worse until I have another shift. And Terrell was the shift, well, the manager in charge. And I asked him, like, dude, I can't make food, I can barely use my hand, like my skin is coming off. Can I please work front cash because I can't I can't do
Yeah.
anything. And he said, no, I want you to make food. You cannot work the register. So I'm stuck again working in with hot stuff and a hot environment when my burn is just getting worse and worse and worse, and it's starting to hurt until the end of the shift. After I worked a 12-hour shift, I unwrapped my hand, and there was a gigantic bubble just covering, I want to say, like half of the top part of my hand.
I
And
remember seeing that.
yeah. And I showed like Monica and, oh, what was his name? One of the
Zach?
managers, Zach.
Oh. Yeah, Zach.
And they were
Former teammate.
like, yeah, they were both like, what the fuck? So then I went home that night, and my skin basically like fell off. Like the bubble popped and my skin fell off, and there was just like a massive flesh wound on my hand. Um So at this point, instead of going to ER, I did go to walk-in because ER misdiagnosed me with a first degree burn.
Yeah, but
And
obviously, if you're bubbling that, the
right.
doctor should know that it's not a first degree burn
He was a
if it's
traveling
bubbling.
doctor. So I think maybe that's why. This he wasn't like from town. He was from like Ann Arbor, and you know how they trade doctors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like still though, like
I
if
know.
you're if you're a doctor and you have a doctor's degree, you should know the difference between a first degree and a second degree burn.
Right. Well, yeah, my this doctor, this new one, when I went to walk in, looked at my hand and she could not believe that I had been like diagnosed with a first degree burn for one, and for two, she was like, I will never eat at Taco Bell again because that is so unsanitary that they made you make food with your hand like this.
Exactly.
So
Like,
then I got prescribed it's called Silvadene. It's like this cream that it helps burns heal
hmm
basically. And I had to coat my hand with that like 3 times a day and wash it with soap and water and make sure it stayed clean because burns when they're open like that can get infected really easily.
oh yeah,
Especially being diabetic, that just makes it worse.
yeah.
So then she's like, "We're gonna get you workers' comp," which I had never dealt with before. I've never had workers' comp. I've never hurt myself at work before. So
Yeah,
I had no clue what even that is or was.
I
So
remember like they're even trying to fight it to where you didn't get workers' comp for the whole thing,
yeah, which is also fucked up. But
and
um
it's extremely illegal.
and I don't know if you were there the day I turned in that one doctor's note, but
I was.
basically I called Becca. Well, I was just like, I need to talk to a manager, like in general, but it was Becca, and I was like, hey, my doctor wants me to be out for the next like 2 or 3 weeks on workers' comp, so you need to either take me off the schedule or like figure it out. You need to figure it out, basically.
Yeah.
And just an explanation of workers' comp. If you injured yourself at work, you aren't allowed to return until you get a doctor's note saying that you can return.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, I gave them my first doctor's note, and you were there for that, where Terrell,
Mhm.
like, was just like, you just fucked over the whole shift, da 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 da. I was like, no, because you were supposed to take me off the schedule. That's your fault, not
Yeah,
mine.
my fault. You guys are fucking stupid and forgetful.
You guys keep scheduling me. It's your fault, not mine. Um,
You're what's fucked with this world.
yeah. And like when I got home after that, I cried for like hours because Terrell like chewed into me.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. My mental health was so bad working there.
If it makes you feel any better, Tara was the reason why I quit. So
Well, yeah, he's terrible. Pun intended.
he's terrible.
He is like I'm s-
He was
I'm shocked he
like
has a job there still.
he still does.
Yeah.
Is he still like a manager there?
Yes. I think he's the new general manager.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
He does not deserve that.
No. No, he doesn't. Cuz he would make people cry all the time.
Exactly. He fucking made me cry.
Yeah.
Cause like there was one day where there's like a bunch of go backs and it's like I never worked drive through. I always worked lobby because that
Right.
was just what I was good at. Like I'm not good at multitasking and that's alright. But
Yeah.
like so I only worked lobby. But he kept like there were go backs that kept on coming in and like there are go backs that like they weren't me. They were drive through. Cause I
Yeah.
think Tyler Barbeau was training.
Oh god, yeah. I hated him.
He was okay to me.
He was me.
Oh.
They started making. He was one of the people who started making fun of me after I burned my hand.
I tried to defend you as best as I could. I was like, no.
What were they even saying?
They're like, she's making it up, or like, oh, she's just trying to get like money out of us, or like,
Yep.
just like the typical like oh, she's faking it all, and I'm like, no, she's fucking.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why
I
I
literally
have
told them.
pictures of it.
I think I literally told them, I'm like, why the fuck would you fake
Burning
own
your
hands
hand.
burning? Like, I think I literally like told Terrell and Patty that I'm just like, why would you fucking fake burning your hand?
Oh,
Like, why
Patty
would
was
you
saying it too?
probably?
Oh.
I don't know for sure. I just know that I want to say that Patty did say something at some point. Like I
Yeah.
heard like everyone say something except for like myself and Monica and Rebecca.
Well, Monica literally saw my hand. Like,
Exactly. It's like, why would you fake that? And second of all, like, how could you fake that? Because even if it's like special effects, like,
you
can't make
can
a
watch
hand.
the camera and you can see what happened. Like, there is a camera there. Also, why would
Exactly.
I shove my hand into boiling water on purpose? Like,
It's like,
oh
oh,
my
I
god.
want workers' comp. Let me severely injure my hand.
I didn't even know what workers' comp was before all of that. That's what's like
I
so
knew,
frustrating about it all.
I knew that workers' comp was if you get hurt at work, you get like they pay for your they pay
Medical
while you're
bills.
away healing. Yeah,
Well, they pay for they paid for my medical bills, but they also paid for my wages lost while I'm off of work, basically. But
yeah,
I
that's how
didn't
it's
know
supposed to
any of that. Like, my dad had to help me figure it out. I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. Like,
be. Shit.
but that's not even like, I don't know. Why would I fake that?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like that's what I literally told them. I'm like, why the fuck would you fake that? Because everyone's like, oh, she was just trying to fake it just for attention. Like she was just trying to get attention. Like
How is that getting attention?
I don't fucking know.
Wait, who said that?
Like Terrell and Patty and them. Kim, I think.
Terrell.
Terrell. Definitely Terrell.
My god, that's really
Because
annoying.
if it inconveniences him in the smallest bit, then he just has a little bitch fit and cries like a baby.
Why, if that were true, why wouldn't I have blasted them publicly on Facebook, like, right after it happened?
Exactly.
Why would I, like, wouldn't I do stuff like that? Why wouldn't I have posted pictures of my injuries right away on Facebook? I never did any of that.
Exactly.
Most people didn't even know I was off of work.
Like, I don't know. I just remember like defending you left and right.
Yeah. And that when I came back, that one kid, what was his name?
Chris?
No.
Are you talking about the stoner?
I think he was a kid. He was like 16 or 17.
I think I know the kid that you're talking about. Is he the one who like he'd go on his break and then like take like an hour-long break because he fell asleep in his car?
Basically, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I remember his name started with a W.
I don't remember. But it's not important. What is important is that he would always say, like, oh, look, I'm like Erica, I burnt my hand, ha ha ha, and then pretend to throw his hand in the deep fryer. And it was like, I didn't even put it in the deep fryer, for one. For two,
Exactly.
why would you joke about that? That's not funny.
What
But,
the fuck?
yeah.
I thought he was cool for a while and then I'm just like, no.
No, no, no,
And
no.
there were days like that I would never get a break, like from work. Like I'd never get a 15 or a 30
Yeah,
because he'd fall asleep in his truck and basically use up my time as well.
that's great.
Yeah.
Love that.
And so guess who ate or guess who constantly did 12-hour shifts on no food?
Me too, man. That shit
we
happened to me.
we both just got completely fucked there.
Yeah, and then they'd also call people like retarded when they were training or like yeah.
Terrell literally called me retarded in front of customers.
Yep. And there was that time he well, you were there when he yelled at me.
Wait,
But
which time?
there was another time when like I wasn't putting something away right or like I was doing something without gloves and you and I were talking and I didn't hear what he said and he got mad at me and was just like God, you're so fucking stupid or something like that. And then I went and I cried in the bathroom and Jay caught me crying. And then I guess Jay told him and he got me an energy drink
An apology?
as an apology instead of actually apologizing.
Like, cool. Thanks for giving me an energy drink. Really appreciate it. You know, it's not like an apology would have been better.
Yeah.
I fucking hated that place. I tell everyone to this day
It was the worst job I've ever had.
exactly. Applebee's or
What?
Taco is literally the worst job I've ever had.
Applebee's?
Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Applebee's question mark
What was wrong with
because
Applebee's? I've heard it's a toxic work environment though.
it is.
Like a lot of people have quit there and I've heard like not good things about it.
Oh yeah.
What
The
happened to
general
you?
manager. So the general manager was fucking great. I loved him.
Yeah.
And like I made a lot of friends there, and oh man, I have so many stories.
Oh
Do,
no.
do you want to hear some stories?
Sure.
So one of my that's like when I first like coined the term work mom because there's one of the one of my coworkers. Her name was Jess. She was like in her 30s, and I was like still like 18, I think it was
A kid.
18, or I might have just like turned 20. And so like I called her work mom because she like anytime anyone was mean to me, she'd kind of step in and be like, "Fuck off! This is my child."
Yeah.
And like I still love her to this day. But like so originally when I did the application, I signed up to be a waiter,
Mm.
and I was like, you know, I just really want to do waitering. Like I'll start off as a host and try to work my way up. Like it's no problem. And as time went on, I was like, hey, am I gonna become a server? Like, have you guys looked into it yet? And then the one manager was like, no, we don't think you're ready yet. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'll just try a bit harder. And I did, and I was like, do you think I'm ready for a server position yet? And he's like, no. And then I asked him a third time, and he's like, look, I'm never gonna make you a server.
Oh my
So stop
god.
asking. Yeah, I cried about it.
That's
Why?
messed up.
Because they didn't think I was ready, and I was like, I ran 4th of July hosting all by myself, and you don't think I'm ready?
Yeah.
Hosting is basically you do everything. Like you clean, you set the tables, like you place at people there. Like the only thing you don't do is take orders and cook.
Right.
And do
Honestly
dishes.
though, like waitressing sucks and you don't make a lot of money. Like I'll be honest with you.
Oh, I know. I just know that like waitresses at Taco Bell or at Applebee's, they would easily make like if if you worked in like section 1, you'd easily make like a grand a night.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Like
It's
it was
the It's the only fancy-ish restaurant in town, kind of. Really.
Yeah. And it's also the home to a lot of thirsty old men who
Yes.
only want women. But
Yeah.
no, he literally said to my face, he's like, "Stop asking. I'm never gonna make you a server."
Yeah.
And then like, so one of my other coworkers, she was pregnant at the time, like very pregnant, and so I was like, I saw her struggling like doing dishes, like carrying back her dishes and everything. Like even though she was pregnant, she was still trying to clear off her like bust her own tables. And I'm like, no, no, let me get this. Like I'll keep an extra eye on your section for a while because you're pregnant. And she's like, oh, I really appreciate it, and like this is really hard on me and everything. And then Jess, remember Jess I mentioned?
The work mom?
Yeah, her mom worked there too,
Oh?
and her mom
Work
came
grandma.
up. What? Work
Work
grandma. Except
grandma.
I don't like Christine. I don't like her. I love Jess. I love her daughter. I don't like Christine because that day that I was doing stuff, she came up to me and she's like, "Why the hell are you busting her tables more than ours? Ours need attention too." And I think I literally went up to her and I'm just like, "She's pregnant. You're not."
Good.
And then like Jess started yelling at her in front of me, like defending me.
Yeah.
Like she's like, listen, he's trying to do the best he can and he's just trying to help out as much as he can. She's pregnant, so she needs a lot of help right now, mom. So like calm down and don't give him shit about it.
Right.
I don't even think I ever got an apology from her either.
Oh, yeah. People like that never apologize. They don't feel bad.
Yeah, no, they don't feel bad for making people feel like shit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care because I was like, no, I'm gonna help Sarah. Like she's very pregnant. She cannot do this. And so
Right.
I'm gonna try making it easier for her. And then Christine's like, "Why are you making it easy for her?" And I'm
You
like,
think common sense would dictate?
exactly. Like you would think that she would be understanding, considering that she's given birth herself.
No, people don't have empathy.
No,
Especially not
unless it's,
boomers.
oh, absolutely not.
Oh, stretching, sorry. um, yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I will
this
never
place is
work food service again. Like, I'd rather be shot genuinely. Food
if it
service is the
was
worst.
if it was the cafe I worked at, then I would very gladly work in food service again because I loved that place.
What cafe?
While I was working at Taco Bell, I was working at another job. It was at Across the Bay Cafe. You know the corners, like the corner gas station on 23 in
Yeah.
French?
I think I
Like,
remember that.
yeah, because I was working there at the same time.
Is that still open?
No, now it's BC Pizza.
Oh. Is their
It's
pizza
not,
good?
I don't know. Everyone says it's like horrible. I've never had it yet.
Oh.
That's also just because like I don't get out much.
I think Kevin worked there. Urban.
At the gas station,
Yeah.
he did for a while.
That's unfortunate for them.
Yeah, except like Alicia Prevost worked there, and I fucking loved her.
Oh. Eve could tell you some stories about that one.
No, I know almost everything about her.
I don't think you do.
Uh, I don't know. She's like a sister to me. Cause like there was a time where like with school I got kicked out of the dorms, and so she let me stay with her for a while.
When
But
was
like
that?
this was when I moved. No, 19, 2019.
The Grand Valley dorms?
Yeah,
She lived in Grand Rapids?
yeah. She graduated from GV.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and like her house where she was living was like close to mine,
Mm.
and so but because I got kicked out of Grand Valley, they kicked me out of the dorms, and I had nowhere to live, and
Yeah,
so she let me stay with her.
that's good.
Mm, that's why I have a special relationship with her.
Eve
Like
used to
she's like
live
a
with her.
sibling.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
So you, so
I just
you
hope,
know.
yeah. I just hope you guys don't hate her. I
I
mean, like,
don't think I've met her. I just have heard things about her.
fair.
But she's also friends with Alex, and I don't like Alex.
Oh, I like Alex.
I do not.
I'm sorry.
But it's because
Me and
of
I don't.
Kevin. I don't think it really has anything to do with her personally as a person. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember Kevin's still a big ass hat. By
he,
the way, like,
yeah, yes.
cause like I went. He's working at another gas station now.
The chain of get in Alpena?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he moved with Alex.
Nope. I
Oh,
believe if I'm not wrong, they broke up before they moved.
that's not shocking. Good for her
No.
for getting out of that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because he is just intolerable to date, like, or just to be around in general.
I feel that. But like while Alex and Kevin were dating, Kevin was really nice because Kevin knew that I was good friends with Alex and Alex really liked me.
Mm.
And so he would like always like be like really friendly towards me and he'd be like, "Oh man, you're such a cool person and all
He
that."
is very two-faced.
Oh,
Like,
he's extremely
the
two-faced.
most two-faced person I have ever seen in my life.
Is he a Gemini?
I don't know and I don't fucking care. Like,
Neither do I. Neither do I.
like I am
But
just
like,
so happy he is out of my life.
good.
He has a tiny peepee.
TPPP.
No, like seriously. Like I'm not normally like a snob about those kind of things, but this is like bad. It's bad.
Shit.
Are you still like on the stream, Mike, or is that still on?
I'm still on the stream.
Okay.
Why
Should we
is he
not
gonna
do
watch
this?
this stream so he can be?
No, but I don't really want to have my stream be about just having dirt on people.
Okay, well, sorry, I'll stop the stream then.
No, you don't have to.
People that we don't even see anymore.
Yeah, okay, I guess. I just don't know if that's like a TOS thing or not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, you know what? I don't think I get anxious. I don't have friends.
No, Eve, trust me, I understand. But like, I went into the gas station recently and I was like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going? Like, what you up to? Like, have you been?" And he's like, or I think I told him, like, "I haven't seen you in a moon age." Like, being the normal friendly person that I am. And he's like, "Yeah, you never seen me because I don't live in Alpena." And then did not like try conversation anytime after that. And I was like, "All right, sorry for being friendly."
Yeah, he's awful.
He sounds it.
I don't know what Alex. I don't know if she told you any of like his behavior or how he treats people, but
Not good.
yeah.
Like, how does he treat people?
Well, when I was in a relationship with him, which was a giant fucking mistake, I honestly I was going through a bad breakup and so I dated him, you know, you know how it is,
Yeah.
to get over it basically. Um and Eve bore witness to this behavior. Also, I just want to preface. He would basically ignore me all day to play video games. He would not clean up after himself, so I'd have to be mommy, basically.
That sounds a lot like him.
When we had pets, he did not help me with them at all. He let them sit in the cage all day so he could play Overwatch, which is neglect.
Extreme neglect.
What else? We would get into fights all the time over really dumb shit. Well, some of it was dumb shit. Some of it was like he's a pathological liar, so I would find out about things that he like lied to me about, and then I'd be mad about it, rightfully so.
As you should. Like, as you should.
Like I was bad in a lot of aspects as well, but it was just a toxic relationship,
Yeah.
like on both of our parts. But I basically broke up with him to be with Eve,
Yeah.
and
It's
it started this whole like thing. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think he cheated on me with Alex.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I really like could give less of two shits about his existence anymore.
Fair.
Like I don't have evidence that it happened, but I'm fairly certain it did. And he probably lied to me about it, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure. He would also like spend all my money on weed and drinking.
Why?
Like one time we went to Posen for the potato festival, and I asked him to go pick up a few things for us to drink that night, and he spent all of my money, basically the rest of my money that I had for the weekend,
On what?
on drink. He spent it on alcohol.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He was also always doing dumb shit in general.
Like what?
Like, he would spend our rent money on, like, either food or video games or, like, just stuff like that. And I remember one time I bought him an iPhone, which at the time, it was like a low-end Walmart brand iPhone, but that was still $300 out of my own pocket. Because he didn't have a phone, because he ruined every single one that he had. And within a couple of days, I guess he whipped a controller at it and it shattered like instantly.
Why?
Because he was mad at Overwatch. Like, that's how he was. He would get belligerently angry at video games and, like, break things. So eventually, I stopped, like, buying him stuff. Because it's like, if you're just gonna break it, like, what is the point here?
Exactly. Like, if you're just gonna destroy it, then why should I buy you nice things?
Right.
It's just gonna
So,
go to waste anyway.
yeah. And by the time Eve came around, you know, I was so unhappy. Like, the thing that really just, like, set it off for me, though, was one time, I drank a lot. At the time, I was kind of struggling with an alcohol thing. Because of the environment, really, that I was in. Like, I lived with Andrew Pilarski and Kevin. And, it was like an every night occurrence almost, where we would drink or smoke or, like, that was just what we did. Like, we'd hang out, we'd drink, we'd smoke.
Was Andrew Prolarski also known as Tree?
No.
That's hilarious, though.
That is hilarious, yeah.
Mm.
Um,
Well, because I remember there was like a quiet Andrew kid.
no, Andrew's not quiet. This Andrew's not quiet.
But do you guys know who I'm talking about though? 'Cause
Yes,
can't remember his last name.
I remember who you're talking about. No, they're different people.
What's his last name?
I don't remember, but I know exactly who you're talking about. He
'Cause I
was
didn't.
like an emo kid for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Like,
went through a phase.
he never he never spoke. Like I had an English class with him and he never spoke.
He was
He
like
spoke to me
selectively
though.
mute.
Yeah. He spoke
Um,
to me though because he liked me.
he
Because
didn't
him and I
like
were
me.
friends.
He didn't talk to me.
I was also friends with like everyone because I tried to be nice to everyone.
But anyway, um, one
I
night.
remember he was trying to like sell hentai to people in middle school.
What'd you
Anyway,
say?
never mind.
Sorry.
You're good.
Um, one night after Eve moved back from Florida, which is a whole other saga. Um,
Saga.
uh, I got really, really drunk because Kevin wasn't paying attention to me again because of Overwatch. And I was really unhappy at this point in the relationship because he just. Um, you're distracting me, Eve.
Don't look at that.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I got really, really drunk because of that. And, I was sitting over the toilet bowl, basically puking, or about to puke, and crying because he was not paying attention to me, and I felt really unloved. So then Eve, even though we had like a complicated history and we were kind of still weird with each other at that point, she came in and checked on me and sat with me in the bathroom. And that's when
Who?
Eve did.
Oh.
And that's when I was like, okay, I need to break up with him because I think I'm still in love with my ex. so,
Yeah.
so I broke up with him, and Eve and I, we tried to stay away from each other as like a respect thing, but I'm gonna be honest,
Like,
like we really couldn't.
yeah.
um,
It's fair. Like, look at you two now. Like, you guys are married.
well, yeah, and
Y'all were meant to be.
I honestly didn't think he cared. Like, because he acted like he didn't even want to be in a relationship with me. Like, at that point, he had basically been ignoring me. We were fighting every day. It was like, why are we still doing this?
Like, is this even worth it anymore?
Right. So, yeah, I started basically, like, Eve and we kind of started, we're like, okay, we'll just be like Bene friends. Like, this isn't really that serious.
Yeah.
And then, um, she ended up breaking up with her. Well, before that, before we started like hooking up, she broke up with her ex.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a very complicated situation.
This whole world's fucking complicated.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Like,
I'm sorry you and Eve just had a really bad time in Alpena.
well, yeah. And after that, we ended up getting kicked out because I was hooking up with Eve. Yeah, we broke bro code.
Bro code.
But at the same time, it was like he didn't even care until, I don't know, later on when he finally was like, okay, I told you that I didn't care about this, but I do. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to know if you don't communicate with me?
Exactly. This is still Kevin, right?
Yeah.
Like, exactly. Communication is literally key in a relationship.
We weren't even together at that point.
He
I don't know.
he rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm just happy not be with him. He was stinky. I had to tell him to take baths and stuff.
He's still stinky, like truly.
Yeah. Because he never showers. I would always have to tell him, like, dude, you smell like swamp ass. Go take a fucking shower. Like, I shouldn't have to tell a grown ass man to go take a shower.
Yeah, like you think that would be just like, oh, I don't know, common sense.
Right. That should be something you're doing on your own. I shouldn't have to be a mommy to you.
Exactly. Just don't be a stinkum McGinkum, and then you'll be alright.
And, like, he would get, like, KFC, like, buckets of chicken and stuff, or, like, rotisserie chickens, and eat them in one sitting, and then he would just, like, leave the bones in his room. Like a rotting chicken. And, like, he would leave food all the time, everywhere, and I'd have to clean up after him. One time, like, I had to basically bulldoze his room. I don't know.
Like, what do you mean by bulldoze?
Like, I took a broom and went from one end of the room to the other and swept it into a pile and went through it and threw things out and, like, organized. Yeah. It was not good.
If you ever hear that I'm like that with my boyfriend, please like slap me straight upside the head.
I will.
Yeah. Thank you. I like how happy you sounded to that. Just like, oh, I will.
I love hurting the patriarchy. But
Like,
yeah, I don't
wanna
know.
be, like, I don't want to be that person. I
Yeah,
don't think I'm gonna turn into that person, but I just hope not.
the patriarchy.
I'm just an asshole.
So the patriarchy.
Yeah, the patriarchy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you learn things from relationships that you're in.
Mm-hmm. Like this past relationship, like I learned, can't be clingy. Like they'll text you back, don't worry.
Oh,
Cause I think I got a little too clingy with like Andrew when I dated him first. Because I was like I never really had like any serious relationship, and I didn't want him to like abandon me.
I
'Cause I
didn't
was
know you
always
dated someone named Andrew.
yeah.
When?
This is down in Grand Rapids though.
Oh,
I dated a guy named Andrew. I dated Jackson, and I dated Alex.
wait. You were dating a girl at some point, I remember. What happened?
Olivia.
Maybe?
Because I was dating Olivia while I was down in Grand Valley, or I came home for summer.
I think maybe that was it, yeah.
Yeah, because we were dating for a while, and we both really liked each other. But, and as bad as it sounds, I think that's when I knew I was gay.
Because you were dating a woman.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, I'm like, I don't know how to pleasure a woman. Like, I know I would not enjoy it at all. Because like it's something I'm not into.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like we sat down, we talked to her, like we talked, and we're like, I was kind of a dick, because I was like kind of like cold acting, and like that's because I just kind of shut down because I was like I was scared of what was gonna happen, like I didn't know what to do, but it still wasn't right of me. Like I should not have shut down like that. I should have communicated everything with her properly. We're still good friends though,
That's good.
but like, cause I even like in relationships I try my hardest not to like leave things bad.
Right.
But so then, like afterwards, we kind of like sat down and talked. Cause like she came up to me, she's like, "I have a question," and I'm like, "Yeah," cause she was staying at my house, like she was visiting, cause like she was like my mom wanted to see her, and like my parents got really excited about the idea of me dating someone, and well,
Do
they're
your
like,
parents
"Oh,
know?
that I'm gay."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Good,
Oh yeah.
good.
No, my mom's extremely accepting of it.
That's good.
Like both of them are.
Good. That's great.
It was really cute. She's like, I just really wish I knew like how to tell if guys were gay because then I could like refer them to my son.
Aw.
And she's just like being like cute little old lady, and she's like, I wanna hook you up with someone, but I just can't. I just don't know if they're gay or not.
I feel like that first leap is hard.
Like what leap?
The leap into like telling your parents and stuff.
Oh, it was really fucking hard. But
Like when
did I ever
we
tell you?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
You're good. Did I ever tell you my coming out story?
No.
So my mom has like this big queen size bed that like we would just like normally just hang out on, like the sisters and I. We would all just like lay on this bed with mom and just kind of chill. Like we'd be on our phones, mom's reading, and we're just having a vibe time.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that with her one day, and I was like, "Hey, mom, I gotta ask you something." Like it built up a lot of courage, and I was like, "Hey, I gotta ask you something." And she's like, "What is it?" And I was like, "Would you still love me if I was gay?" And she comes up to me the next day. I'm like tearing up. Well,
Aw.
like she comes up to me the next day, and she's like, "Garrett, I want you to know I was crying on the way home because I thought I wasn't loving you enough."
Oh.
Exactly, and I'm just like, "No, you are. Trust me. Like the fact that you accept that I'm gay tells me everything."
When
But no, she was like, I just thought I wasn't loving you enough. Like, I don't know. It meant a lot.
Aw. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
can
my dad's
never
like,
I can never understand like the parents that just stop loving their kid for something like that.
exactly.
That never made sense to me.
Do you want to hear my dad's coming out, or me coming out to my dad?
Yeah.
Hey, dad, I think I'm gay. My dad, okay. Would you still love me? He's like, yeah. End of
Yeah, I
conversation.
guess if I have to. If I'm
Yeah,
obligated.
I mean, I fucking have to. But like, it was always really hard on me mentally because of the fact that like I'm the only son, and so like it almost like I know it's not because my cousins have also had children, but it's almost like shit. The bloodline ends with me, but it doesn't. Well,
You
technically
could
the will.
adopt.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna adopt.
Like, there's options for you. Just because you're
Oh
gay,
yeah,
it's not like, you know.
just because it's not over. And like
Yeah.
I plan on having like one adopted child and like one surrogate child, just because I kind of want to see.
Right?
Like I'm still gonna love them both immensely, like no matter what. I just want to see though.
Yeah. Well,
Like I'm not treating this like an experiment at all. Like I'm just like,
if it's any consolation, the way my dad reacted to Eve being trans was kind of fucked up.
oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
My mom also, like, the other day we were kind of talking about it. I was like, oh, yeah, no, I have a really good friend of mine from high school who's trans, and she goes by Eve now. And my mom's like, I'm really proud of for them trans people because they have a really hard life.
Yeah.
And, like, they're just going through a lot right now, and I just wish I could help them.
Well, yeah. I think just being educated helps.
Hmm.
And
And
not
just, like,
being intolerant.
hmm there's, oh, I don't think I've told you guys about my little buddy yet.
Mm-mm.
So, one of my coworkers' daughter, she's like, she's like 12, so like I don't think she has like things like fully like figured out yet. But
Yeah, that's
she
a
like,
weird age.
mm-hmm,
That's a weird time.
exactly. Like I didn't really know like I had like interests in men since I was like 16. So like it's a weird time.
I didn't really think about my sexuality like seriously until I was 18, I think. like actually think about it
Like,
because
same. Like,
oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
Well, I always kind of felt like I liked girls in some capacity, but I didn't understand how. So I just thought, oh, I'm bi, whatever.
Yeah.
But then as I got older, see the thing, I don't feel I don't feel sexual attraction like normal people. For a
Are
long
you demi?
time, huh?
Are you demisexual?
Yes. Um,
Same.
for a long time, I thought that I was just asexual, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could find things or people, like, cute or beautiful, but I didn't feel like I wanted to have, like, sex with them.
Yeah.
And then, when I'd get into relationships with people, that's when it would actually hit me like a brick.
I feel that. Cause like I've always dated women, except for like the past like year or two, because I thought it was like it's the right thing to do. You're a man. The man's supposed to be with a man. Like, just the
Compulsory
concept.
heterosexuality.
Yeah, the benefits of it.
Heteronormativity.
The benefits of Alpina. But because like I always had that idea going through my head, especially since I'm the last, like I'm the only son of my dad's.
I always thought that was so strange. Like, um, not necessarily your experience, but the this idea that you have to have a straight relationship to carry on the name because really it's just a name.
Exactly.
Like
And
it's
like
not
there's other ways to do it too.
well
Cause
in the
like
grand scheme of things, is that really important?
no, not really.
Passing down your name or whatever. I don't know. It's like
It's a very big like old timey mental thing.
it's the patriarchy. But
It's the assholes.
um it's like the same when you get married, right? You take the other person's last name and then if you don't, you're seen as weird.
Yeah. Like you're seen as like not normal or like
When
what the hell's wrong with you?
when Eve legally changes her name, we're thinking about changing our last name.
Do it.
We just don't know what to yet. We gotta talk about it. But yeah,
What?
I don't know. I'm just my dad when we told them that Eve was trans, he was like, "Well, I don't really know how people up here are gonna react to that. So I don't know if you guys should be like visiting here."
The fuck?
Yeah, I know. It was super fucked up. And I was like, I don't really care what people up there think because I don't live in Alpena anymore.
Exactly. Like that town's basically dead to me. I don't care.
He's also said like fucked up things. Like I was talking about how I'm basically infertile because I have issues reproductive wise.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And
sorry.
oh, it's fine. I don't really want kids anyway, so it's not like it really bothers me.
Yeah.
But I was explaining to him that like yeah, maybe we'll adopt in the future, but I kind of doubt it. And I was talking about like how we might want to adopt like a child of color potentially. Like it wouldn't really like I don't care if the baby would be like white, black, brown, whatever. I don't care. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm adopting a child for
The love of a child.
yeah. And he he said the same thing as the trans thing basically. Like, well, I don't know how well they would do up north because of culture differences, and you're white, and they'd be like treated differently. And I was just kind of like,
Bro, what
uh,
the
one thing I do want to do if we do adopt a child of color, I want to make sure that they do get involved with their culture. Like I want to show them like, okay, this is your history, this is where you come from, like this is important for you to know.
Yeah. So it's that way you have like a good sense of identity.
Yeah. I also want to learn if I do have like a black child, I want to learn how to do their hair because it's a huge problem. There's a lot of hairstylists that won't do African American people's hair just because
I
it's
will help.
like complicated or different from white hair.
I will actively like try to help you out and figure that out.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's not
Cause
going to be for many years. I'm not even sure if I want kids, like, to be real.
okay.
It's
I will.
expensive.
Oh, extremely expensive. Like I always kind of figured that like when I adopt, I'd probably adopt like someone of like a different culture. Like I've always wanted to adopt like an Asian kid or like any kid. Like I really don't care. Like I'm gonna love it no matter what. Or love
Right.
them.
Love it. Love
Love
it.
it. I'm gonna love it. That child of mine.
Sweet child of mine.
Sweet, sweet
Mom, kid,
Carolina.
no. Absolutely. Cis het normative. I'm gonna have a chat with Jesus.
Ooh, Jesus ain't gonna love you no more. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad is extremely racist and he doesn't realize it. And there's so many times where I have to explain to him that the things that he's saying are really cringe. Like I had to give him a lesson while he was here because he said I just walked into the room and he just said like, "Oh, the blacks." I was like, "Okay,
Alright, sit down.
I and I explained it in a way that boomers will be more tolerant of because I've found that you aren't going to change people's minds by screaming at them. You have to present logic. Unless they're like completely unwilling to listen, then at that point, whatever, scream at them. But
What's going on?
I had to like put it in a way that my dad understood. And I was basically like, when you say the like in front of, I don't even feel comfortable like saying that. Ugh. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
um oh my god, my ADHD. Fuck.
What deal?
I had to explain that when you say it like that, it's objectifying the whole group of people and treating them like they're objects instead of people. And that can be problematic. And I was basically just like, "Dad, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can't say that. And here's why." And then yeah, I made it make sense to him.
My my mom's dad, apparently, I actually just learned this today or two. He was apparently like super racist. Like said like the bad word and everything about them. And then my mom, like when she had my sister and I, or actually when she had my sister, like the first thing she said to her dad was, "You are not to say that word in front of my kids. It's not a good word, and they do not need to know it."
Yeah.
And she's basically like, "If you say that in front of my kids, I'm going to ring you a new one. So
Yeah.
don't say that." And then it explains a lot to my dad now because my dad's kind of racist.
Yeah. It's the boomers, man. Like almost all of them.
It is.
And then like I've noticed it kind of leaks over to Gen X, but like not nearly as much as the boomers. They're awful.
Exactly.
They're this I think they're the most entitled generation.
Exactly.
And they always preach how like the new generation, like millennials and Gen Z, were entitled. But you know what? When I was a waitress or when I was doing food service, they were my best tippers by far, millennials and Gen Z, and they were the kindest. They, I just want to say that because boomers think that they're entitled to good service even when they treat you like shit. So it
Exactly.
creates like this mentality that like, oh, I need to get what I want, and if I don't get what I want, then fuck you, basically.
Exactly. Like anywhere I've worked, anywhere at all. Like I'm just friending all the cats. But anywhere I've worked, like it was always the people our age who were like, if you made a mistake, they're like, "Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Like, don't worry. Like, you're doing good." And then the boomers are like, "Well, I'm unhappy by your. I don't like your service. Your service is like you're really bad, and like you need to do better."
You're bad and you
And I'm
should
like,
feel bad.
exactly. And I'm like, well, fucking thanks, I guess.
Love that.
But listen, I know I fucked up, but you don't need to remind me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, I don't know, man.
I hate this world. I hate how mean people are.
I just never saw the point in blindly hating people for
Exactly.
something that is literally beyond their control. Like,
Like,
like being gay or being trans or being a person of color. Those are all things that you are just born with. Like, and I don't
you
know.
have approximately 0% control over it.
Right.
Like, sure, you can try changing yourself, but like, I'm glad that like we're trying to get into a generation of like, you don't need to change yourself to appeal to others.
Pepper, what's wrong with you? She's staring me down.
Cool.
What time is it? Because I gotta go to bed soon.
It's like 11:20.
Yeah, I should probably get ready for bed. I have work in the morning.
Okay. I'm debating on going to bed too. I just want something to drink. My whistle needs wetting.